Great.
That's a fact.
Hey, Lo, there's a new dessert at Portillo's.
Called.
Nigga sick all.
Raina sent me the photo. She sent me the photo because I guess she on the mailing list for Portillo's. I don't even know. But
I'm
they got a,
yeah.
I had no idea.
Anyways.
But they got a I guess they got a sponsorship with Milk Bar, and it's like a Milk Bar Portillo's chocolate cake cookie.
So the whole theme is just chocolate cake.
I'm about to send you the picture right now in the group chat. I just thought about that when I looked at
Well, you know, I'm on.
We're gonna mail you a chocolate cake from the website and some Portillo's beef.
Look, I'm on.
No Diddy.
Right, you gotta add that.
You gotta say that.
Days. But I'm on, hibernation. I started my pescatarian living this week, so I'm trying to get right for my 35th. Like, we outside, we're out the country. I got to get right for my 35th. So I got to be serious.
So what you're trying to say is what you're trying to say is you're not going to be eating like that.
No. Well, I'm just going to be eating a little bit healthier. I'm going to cancel this sugar out because I can eat a lot of sugar. That's my weakness. Because for the most part, I do eat healthy. Like, I meal prep, so I eat healthy mostly. But I can't eat a lot of sugar, ice cream, cake, cookies,
Yeah. I feel you on that.
The essentials. So I literally don't buy it. Like, we have no, other than Xavier snacks in here, we have no snacks in here because I literally don't buy it. Because if I do, I have no self-control.
Man, but Kia snacks be fire though. I be fucking the boys.
He likes
snacks. What?
So yeah, Nick, I can't buy fruit snacks because I be crushing them. So I cannot buy fruit snacks.
10 of them packs like
at once, right?
Crazy.
You can't just take one. Like, one is just not enough.
No, it's not enough.
It's never enough. It's never enough. I love fruit snacks. Fruit snacks, Teddy Grahams, all type of shit, man. Shit. What else? Oh shit. Welcome everybody back to the show. I'm sorry. We just be talking episode 11, the best damn W show. Jay, Nick, Andre, Lo, she muted. No, I don't know what she doing. She chilling.
The link.
The link.
I see everybody following in. Have y'all checked out Starting 5 yet?
I actually was just watching it before we got on here. I'm like,
look at you watching a show is so much. Hey, this is a great time for TV and sports. Right.
I mean, fall is the best. Fall is the best time for TV anyway. In my opinion, I think fall is always
absolutely. I love this time. It's so much stuff. I just be stressing. Hey, I'll be stressing Lo out. I'll be sending her new shows or telling this shit that came out in the group chat. Be stressed out. Listen, there's a lot of shit to watch though.
It really is though. I just finished New Amsterdam and I was not happy with the ending.
Lo, you know this man be having hella time to watch all these TV shows.
No, I don't. That's me.
Hey, no, this is out.
No, I mean
these shows, man.
No. I can't watch all the shows, so I pick and choose. So like when I got my downtime, I'll watch certain stuff. So like if I'm editing, I can just turn something on and I just edit. But I pick and choose. Like I still ain't watched Grey's Anatomy. I'm just gonna wait till that shit pile up and I'm gonna keep watching.
I'm 20 seasons behind.
Yeah, you too far. I'm talking about new seasons.
I just need like a month off of everything to watch. But yeah.
I've been locked into Love Is Blind. I don't know. I watched episode 7 and hey, I was gonna have a recap with y'all, but Lo ain't watched, so I ain't gonna be rude like that.
It's on me.
I ain't gonna be rude, but that's why I ain't really tweeted about it because you probably might see it, But it's I don't know about this crew, but it's interesting. I need to know how you feel.
And it's in DC, but I don't think it doesn't look like, from what I saw, it don't look like a good depiction of what I see when I go out in DC. Or when
it's not. I really don't think it is. I'll definitely like to see your opinion on that about with it being DC. But
just like they both the TV watchers, man. I'm a little out of place over here on the look.
Listen, man, I be trying to find things, man. Like life just be long and stressful.
What was it? I know you already watched it. That Kobe thing, Detail. That's more. Yeah, that's
real light.
It's weird. Like the only thing that I watch like outside of basketball really is Boondocks.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I could definitely see you. I could definitely see that. But you'll like Starting 5 though. Turn that shit on tonight.
Yeah.
You'll definitely like it, man. Like It's just behind the scenes shit from last season.
Whole NBA doc, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yep. 10 episodes, 45 minutes to an hour.
Right off the bat, he was
I
like,
was
yeah,
fed up.
he was like, that first million hit different because we don't come from shit, but I mean, it ain't really shit. And I'm like, hold on, wait, what? That first million ain't really shit.
No, I get what he was saying. He's like, yeah, it ain't like no real money, but when that first one is,
exactly,
you gotta see it, nigga. It's like y'all really talking. It's
there, $1 million is not nothing, right? So it hits different, but as folk like us, middle class, lower middle class,
give me $1 million.
$1 million, like that's a lot of money, bro. That's a lot.
No, yeah, definitely. I definitely like how he was explaining it. It's like the kids were talking, Savannah talking. Hey man, hold on. Raina brought this shit up earlier, man. Savannah, she might be the prettiest one in the league. Out of the wives, yo.
Savannah looks great.
She is gorgeous, man.
Yeah, but she looks great.
Yeah, like
she looks amazing.
Yo, who else has wife? Brown got a wife. Curry got a wife.
Who else got? I don't. Is Chris Paul still married? I don't even know if he's still. Okay, I don't even know if he's still married. I don't know. I ain't gonna bore y'all with that type of shit, but y'all should go check out Starting 5. 10 episodes, knock that shit out. Speaking of Chris Paul, real quick, I saw him do an alley-oop tonight to Wemby. Lord have mercy, Jesus. That shit is not gonna be fair at all. Like, not saying they gonna do nothing crazy.
They'll have highlights here and there, but they're gonna be trash.
Yeah, they are. They probably gonna be last seed again. I ain't gonna lie.
Because they showed a highlight today on like Twitter, and he pump faked from the 3-pointer, and then like pretty much took one step and was already at the rim, dunking it. And then I looked down at the score, and they were down 20. So it's like,
yeah. No, yeah.
Down 20.
Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of that shit. We're gonna get a lot of that.
It's not even fair though. That man's 7'4". Like, how the fuck are you supposed to defend that shit, man?
You can't.
I don't think I've ever seen him get stopped.
No, you definitely can't. The business why y'all are here anyway. Last night, Minnesota clinched, moved on to the WNBA Finals, winning Game 5, 88-77. Man, I checked out in the third quarter, man. I was like, these Minnesota was like, it was just on at that point. You know what I'm saying? For like just the
watch when it's blowouts, dog. James, like, if he double digits, bro, you like, no.
This is blowout. He's 100% not watching.
It was like a couple weeks ago. He was like, man, I'm gonna turn this game off. I'm like, bro, they only up at like 70.
Connecticut was not coming back last night.
I mean, they only
not have it.
It
was good. Like they just didn't have it. It was just like it was one of them nights. Like Minnesota was just Minnesota, and like I saw y'all talking. I think Nick, I saw you talking about like they pick and roll game. You know what I'm saying? They was just on one. But since I did bring you up, Nick, just tell me how you thought about Game 5 and going forward.
I mean, I talked about it. I think the biggest thing in the series was the depth of both teams, and I think Minnesota definitely had that advantage. I mean, well, first, before I even get into that, we got to talk about the playoff run that Nafisa Collier's having.
No,
I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but what she's doing, especially on the offensive end, has just been really incredible. I mean, you can go back to the first round when she had 41, I think, the first game, and then 38 in the second game against Phoenix, or I might have that backwards. I can't remember. And then even in this series, I mean, she had that bad shooting performance in Game 2, came back, started cooking Game 3, 4, and then closed it out in Game 5. So Fee's been doing a really good job of putting his team on her back, and is the reason why they're in the finals. But another key contributor, or a couple key contributors to me, obviously Courtney Williams with her playmaking. You know, I mean, I talked about her and Fee in the pick and roll. Kayla McBride came out the gate strong. Knocked down a couple threes in the first quarter. Alana Smith the same way as well. So, like, the thing about it is that, like, I love how Minnesota built such a great supporting cast around Fee, and it's almost to the point where it's like you can't necessarily send a double team at Fee because she's such a terrific passer, and then on top of that, Minnesota has great off-ball movement players. So even if you do try to send a couple defenders at Fee, that's easy opportunities for Kayla McBride. That's an easy opportunity for Courtney Williams to either knock down perimeter shot or even attack the basket. That's a good perimeter shot for Alana Smith. So, like, Minnesota has just so many weapons that is hard to contain them. Now, look, I do give credit to Connecticut because they did come out, strong in the third quarter, try to fight back. Give credit to DJ Carrington because I thought she was pretty much by herself in that third quarter. Trying to fight. She was trying to fight back for real. She was really doing, but it just wasn't enough. But I'm real interested to see what this offseason is for Connecticut because I don't know. I think like one of the things that I've always talked about is I feel like they just don't have enough offensive firepower. And Marina was a big acquisition, like during the middle of the season, but I still feel like that's just not enough offensively. So I don't know if they're gonna let to blow it up because Dewana's 36, AT's not necessarily as young as she used to be. I know people have been talking about whether Bree Jones should stay or not, but I think Connecticut's going to have a lot on the table this offseason as far as, what they want to do and what their future looks like. But aside from that, this is a good one for Minnesota. And, this is something that I honestly kind of saw. I definitely saw, a chance of them getting to the finals, and now they're there.
Mm-hmm. I think we all picked them. I think we all picked a sweep, maybe Connecticut getting down the game.
I think I picked them in 4.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. Lo, how you felt about Game 5 yesterday?
I was actually disappointed because it wasn't competitive. I think that was the most disappointing part. Like they finally got to be on ESPN, I believe, and then the game was a wash majority of the game. But for the Lynx, it was a great game. From the tip, they came out. They were just a better team, ending the first quarter 30-18. And it just, I think we've repeated this multiple times all year. It's really just a tale oldest time. The Connecticut Sun were once again in a position to advance to the finals, and they failed the mission. And it's because of the same things that we've been talking about. Their stagnant offense. We've been talking about it for the last 6 years. In fact, in the last 6 years, they have gotten bounced out of the semifinals 4 times and lost in the finals twice. All good feats, but eventually at some point you got to get over that hill. And I think the 2 main things that I said going into the series, because I said that I thought the Lynx would win in 4, but I also said that it came down to whoever shot better and whoever protected the ball better, turned it over less. Because we all know that both of these teams hang their hats on the defensive end. They're both great defensive teams. So it's who's going to make more shots. So when we talk about Connecticut, they shot 38% from the field compared to Minnesota shooting 49% from the field. Then when you talk about points in the paint, the Sun won that too, 40-26. So they also, I think, Connecticut had 19 turnovers yesterday. Hard to win a game when you have 19 turnovers against a great shooting team like Minnesota when they can move the ball well. Like Nick kind of said, I think in the second half, I didn't really see. I mean, we saw a little bit of fight from Connecticut. They went on their run, which we expected. But outside of that, like toward the end of the third to the beginning of the fourth, Dejanay was the only one looking like she wanted to play basketball.
Yes.
She was like literally trying her hardest. She ended the game with 17 points and 12 boards. Bree Jones had a pretty good game too, had a double-double, 16 and 10. But I mean, Alyssa Thomas' body language was terrible. She was throwing awful passes and then blaming it on people that weren't catching it. She was getting cooked by Fee, and I probably would be mad too if I was getting cooked out there all series.
Right? By Fee.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She was getting cooked so bad, I thought she was shorter than Fee. And in fact, according to Google, they say that she's 6'2", which I don't necessarily believe, but because she looks short, to me, she looks shorter than her out there. And I don't know if it's because AT is typically in an athletic stance, and Fee might just play bigger than the 6'1" that she is. Well, I know she does play bigger than 6'1" that she is, but she was literally getting cooked out there so bad. I'm like, damn, Fee is treating her like a little kid. So I would be frustrated too. I get the frustration. But I think the role players and just the core players for the Lynx showed up. Courtney Williams, 6 for 6 in the first half. She was not missing. She was controlling the tempo, getting people the ball, getting them organized. Finished the game with 24 points, 7 assists, and 5 boards. And of course, Nick already talked about Fee. Second player in history to score 25 points, 10 plus rebounds, 4 plus assists, and 4 plus blocks in a playoff game. Y'all know who scored? Y'all know who leads that?
Do we even have
Come on, just give it to us.
Overall, I'm not gonna even say it. Y'all already know. The greatest.
The listeners probably already know too, or the people that watch it, they already know.
Listen, the greatest player of all time. So yeah, Minnesota did what they had to do, and I'm actually happy Minnesota won because I think it'll be more competitive finals between Minnesota and New York versus Connecticut and New York playing.
No, absolutely. I think everybody who wanted to see, I mean, outside of Connecticut fans, probably wanted to see them go, of course, but definitely Minnesota Liberty is going to be the best one. What do you think? Who should they go for offense in the offseason, or should they even bring the same quarterback?
I got a name I want to get y'all thoughts on it. Kennedy.
You think her and AT would get along though?
I would think. I mean, if y'all trying to win, y'all got to figure it out. That's my thing. I mean, Kennedy's a bucket.
So this is the thing. She could definitely help them. I think they also need, because that's so the things that I put on there were someone that is like can get a bucket like Kennedy, right? But Kennedy's mid-range, her three-point ball isn't as consistent as Connecticut needs. Like, yes, she can go score. She can get a bucket at any time. So Kennedy would work on any 12 teams. She would benefit any 12 teams that she'll be on. So I agree. I think they need somebody that can just flat out shoot the ball too. Like they need someone that is a pure scorer because they have Dejanay, who is not a pure scorer. She can get to the cup. So if you bring somebody like Kennedy that can get to the cup too, you still need somebody that can just flat out shoot the ball. I also think it's time for them to part ways with Bree Jones, but I think their best bet is to keep the core together because it's too hard to rebuild a championship caliber team. They're right there. Like they're literally right there. And truth be told, it's no real attractiveness to go to Connecticut. They don't have the facilities. They don't have amenities. And who the hell wants to play in Connecticut? Like
nobody.
Even like, it's not even like Hartford. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like way out somewhere. So
what's it called, like Uncasville or something like that?
Yeah, like so it's like, I mean, you're not like, let's say they blew the whole thing up. What free agents are really coming there? You don't have anything to attract them. So they got to do whatever they can to keep that core together.
You know
what
what
other wing do we see like in free agency that could go to Connecticut? Because I can't really think of any off the top of my head.
You know who would have been perfect for them, but she already signed, would be Ka. She can shoot the ball.
Honestly, Ka would have been nice.
Yeah, that would have been perfect.
She's a lengthy wing. She can play defense, which is perfect for their identity. Ka would have been perfect on that team.
She would have been absolutely perfect. Damn, that is a good one. That is.
Honestly,
I don't know what they're gonna do.
Honestly, I don't know if she'll even come back, but I think Gabby Williams would have been good too for them.
Could have been, yeah, but she
ain't coming back.
Yeah, I was actually surprised she even came back and played for Seattle.
Me
she
too.
Ain't coming back. She tried it. She gave it a chance. She said, "No, I'm good." After that press conference, she ain't coming back.
Yeah.
No, that shit.
She might. Well, how old is Gabby? She might when the league start making a little bit more money, but that ain't gonna be.
She 30.
I was gonna say that's not gonna be for at least another 5 years, 4.
Yeah, she might be 30. I think now.
So
but even outside of free agency, like, do we think that they can make like a trade to get like a key piece, like a key offensive player?
See, that's the thing.
I don't know how they trading work. I don't know how that salary trade.
I feel like even if they try to do, I feel like a team would ask for a play like Dejanay, and I don't think they want to give up Dejanay.
Right.
They absolutely gonna ask for Dejanay.
They got to.
Yeah, like that's.
She's literally the best perimeter defender in the league.
Yeah. Like you definitely gonna ask for that. So I don't know what you're gonna do.
But also, what I was tweeting about yesterday. What's up, JC? I see you. What I was tweeting about yesterday was Dejanay has improved tremendously this over this year. Hence her getting Hence her getting most improved player. Dejanay would get to the rack last year, but she wouldn't be able to finish through contact. She's doing it a lot better this year. My only issue is in the offseason, she has to work on her jumper. She absolutely has to work on her jumper because they're leaving her open. And they're also it's just too slow. Like her release is a little bit too slow. They need her to, if they want to get over the hump and win, she has to shoot the ball more and has to score more. That's it.
No, she definitely has to take the next step.
Like if she continues to develop her offensive game, they might actually be fine. They probably won't even have to go out and grab anybody else.
But then the only thing about that is how long are we going to wait for her to do that? Because
exactly.
So when DB retires, that's a whole nother 16 to 18 points that you got to go out there and find to replace. Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, it sucks being in a position like this when you're looking for offense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and it's so limited of a roster spots as it is, but then it's like, what you gonna do? And I don't even know everybody's contract situation over there in Connecticut. I don't know.
Basically, mostly everybody but Marina and a few others are staying in Connecticut because they're under contract. But most of their team is free agents. I would say if I'm Melissa Thomas, I'm gonna tell the front office, do what y'all have to do in order to get us the players that I want, and then she can sign like a 1-year deal and go from there. But next year is their last opportunity.
No,
they got. I mean, I'm telling you because I think if DB is
close
level, she might come back.
It is closing. It is.
Is next year? Is it closed? Win or lose? Is it closed?
Like the door's cracked.
Maybe people might want to run it back with them. Maybe that'll entice people to come there. But I mean, people, like I said, what they say in Beauty and the Beast, tell Otis time.
Man, I haven't seen that movie in so long, so I'm just gonna agree with you.
But you gotta think though, like they've been in playoff contention for years now. What they got to the finals in 19, got to the finals in 2022,
and all those other years,
exactly. So it's like, and it's crazy because I honestly felt like this year was probably like the more better year than a couple of the other years, but I don't know. It just seems like they're just kind of stuck in the same place, and it's like they just can't get ahead. And then you see other teams, continue to get better. Like you saw the Aces win 2 titles. New York is getting back to the finals for a second straight year, and it's like Connecticut's just kind of still in the same place.
Look, Minnesota literally rebuild and passed them.
They did. They did. Like that's crazy. So
9th and 12th in the league this year, preseason. They ranked them that they would not be better than 9th place this year, and they're
one of them. I couldn't believe it. And now they're
that they would be 9th, like because
I had them like 6.
I think I had them around 6 too, because you have Fee, and then you have K-Mac, and then once they got Courtney Williams, I didn't know how it would work, but I'm like, they have too much talent on that team. Now I didn't know the other players like Bridget Carlton was going to step up, and I didn't realize
never can account for that.
Lana Smith was, you know what I'm saying, like so those things, like, but to be honest, out of like, yes, Fee is playing magnificent. She's playing at an MVP level. She is playing the best basketball probably of her career. But people aren't talking about Courtney Williams enough. How she's had to transition to the lead point guard and how she's doing a job. Like, in my opinion, definitely probably in the top 5 point guards in the league this year, if not top 3. She's just been phenomenal, like on both ends of the floor. JC said a team that gets there means as far as putting teams together isn't a problem. It's getting that last piece that always misses them because of where the team is. Time to move, ? And that's the thing. Like this is going to be a very important offseason for them. They got a lot of questions to ask. Well,
that's the thing, because it's like they have young pieces, but it's like a lot of their main core, they're like a little bit older. Like DeWanna's 36. So like we don't know how many more years she's even going to play in the league. AT's like in her early mid 30s as well.
Right.
Do you feel like the Marina trade was like the all my chips in the front, in the middle trade? Was that one type of trade y'all think?
For this season, but not for overall. For this season, yes.
Yeah.
Like they was trying to go get her so they could go win a championship. And then, I mean, she also got hurt yesterday, so she wasn't her normal self. That's their number 1 scorer right there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, their offense just looks so bad at times. Like, and the thing, I know I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but even in the finals, and I'm not going to go into too much detail because I know we're going to talk about it, but, that's one of the things that Minnesota has to watch out on as well. They get stagnant, even though their ball movement, when they're moving the ball, best ball movement in the league, in my opinion.
Easily.
Right? But they still have lapses where they start to get stagnant and play one-on-one, and it looks trash. Like, the offense looks trash. I'm like, how do y'all go from 2 extremes? Like, so... one of the things that I said that I'll reiterate a little bit later is that against Connecticut, when you go stagnant like that works because they can't score. But against New York, they're going to take advantage of those time periods in which you go stagnant because they have scores on their team. So that's going to be the biggest difference in this series, in my opinion.
No, definitely. You can't go 2-3 minutes without scoring a basket. That's going to be a damn 12-0 run, 15-0 run. Now your ass is down by 20. And the Barclays.
I mean, it's part of the reason why. It's part of the reason why Connecticut was kind of storming back. You saw they were trying to fight back in the third quarter, and then Minnesota got stagnant. They didn't score for like a good couple minutes. So I agree.
They won game 3. Literally, that's literally why they won game 3.
Absolutely.
Sorry, game 4. Game 4.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I got what you mean. I ain't gonna do you like that.
No, game 4 because they were because Minnesota was up big and ended up coming back because, again, their offense got super stagnant. Like, so they should be worried about that for sure.
They definitely should be. shit, actually on to Liberty. The last time we saw Liberty, they eliminated the Las Vegas Aces, defending champs. It was a weird day. Actually, it's been weird since they lost. Like it really has been.
Dog,
You know what I mean?
they all been quiet. I ain't heard nothing from none of the players. I ain't seen Asia on social media. They quiet, boy. I ain't heard nothing.
They quiet. They tired. They ain't got time for none of that shit, bro. None of that. Only thing I've seen Sid making jokes on Twitter yet. Only thing I've seen her. I haven't seen it.
It's quiet.
You know, it's a good time to be. It's good time to be. But I mean, Lo, I'm gonna start with you, Lo, man. How did you feel about that series, and how you feel about New York? How they end? First of all, we knew that Sabrina wasn't gonna score 4 points in the next game. So we knew that off jump it was gonna be a different game in the first place. But I mean, what was your takeaways from that game 4 ass whoop?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it was that fourth quarter was belt to ass for sure. Like that fourth quarter was nasty, and I'm not gonna hold you. It was a little bit embarrassing. Like not even
on the home floor.
And the closeout game at home, like show some heart. Like you know
I'm talking about ass whooping.
Right, like act like you y'all doing that. What do they say? Y'all doing that in front of the hoes? like what are y'all doing?
It's crazy to think too, because it's like Jackie ended up hitting a half court shot. I know that it didn't end up counting, but like she ended up hitting that half court shot, and I'm like, shoot, like that could have gave him some life, but
none.
To be honest, nigga, I thought that was gonna give him some sort of momentum, like because the crowd was going crazy, like they looked like they were in it, and then they just came out after they said that it didn't count. They just came out flat, like completely flat. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, so I think for me, everything kind of went how I predicted. Like I said, even when we were in Chicago together, I said Liberty in 4. And I think the Liberty have been the better team all season. So it wasn't a shocking outcome to me.
Hold on. Hey, Nick, you know she's going to get that shit off. Like I said.
But was it not the truth?
She did say it. She did say
well, she was going to get that shit off. She was going to get that off.
Me and Jay was doubling down aces and 5.
I definitely did. Y'all was like, damn, you go to the Liberty. Listen, I had to go with my mind, not my heart, bro.
I feel on that. I usually do that, but I feel. But go ahead.
I just knew Liberty did not want to go back to Barclays with the series tied up. So they did what they had to do and ended the series right there. Like I said, for the most part, the game was close about into the fourth quarter. The things that really stood out to me is that the Aces got outscored 23-11 in that fourth quarter alone. Nasty
on your home floor.
Right. Yet another quarter where the Aces go away from their best player. The best player, not even their best player, but the best player in the world. Like, it's no reason why A'ja Wilson only had one shot attempt in the fourth quarter. And so to me, it's one of two things. It's either they were tired because they pressed all game, or they were, playing full court all game and they had tired legs, or like they literally were just playing one-on-one. It was no organization. They were so frantic, like looking at the score, like, oh my gosh, we're losing. We're getting our ass kicked. We're just going to chuck threes. And because the thing is, they actually still had time left and they just randomly started chucking threes. But from the beginning, the game was just a mess for the Aces. Even though they kept it close throughout most of the game, it was a mess. In the first half, I counted, they missed 9 layups. They shot poorly from deep. They shot 23% from long distance compared to 41% from long distance by the Liberty. They left 5 free points at the free throw line. And like I said before, A'ja, she shot one shot in the fourth quarter. Like you said, Jay, we knew Sabrina was going to bounce back. She literally she outscored her game 3 performance in the first 6 minutes of the game, game 4. And ended the game with 22 points and 7 boards. But what impressed me the most was the timeliness of her shots. Like anytime the Aces were going on a little bit of run, like Sabrina was like, psych, like she literally just hit it on a 3. She would hit the floater, take you off the basket. Take you off the bounce. Like Sabrina was just out there hooping, and Stewie was in, benches Stewie form, 19 points, 14 boards, 5 assists. And I think a very underrated coaching adjustment was Sandy did a good job adjusting back to what she did in game 1, and that was putting the ball more in Stewie's hands to bring the ball down. And the importance of that is A'ja isn't going to guard Stewie 94 feet, right? So it takes pressure off of Sabrina having to bring the ball up and having like Jackie or KP or, a guard, harassing her, for lack of better words, for 94 feet. So I thought that was an underrated coaching adjustment because she went away from it in game 2 and 3. So I'm glad she went back to it in game 4. But my question to you guys is, and I'll start with you, Nick. Do you think that, because I said in the beginning of the season, I was like, Asia's playing such a historic season. Do we think that she's going to run out of gas by the time the playoffs get here? And the only reason I asked that is I'm not saying she played terrible, but she never had this whole playoff series, and even the series before that, she never really had that Asia type of game. You know what I'm saying? She averaged 21 points and 9 boards. And that's crazy. She averaged 21 and 9 in the playoffs, which isn't bad statistics at all, especially when she shot like over 50% from the field. But it's definitely a downgrade from what she was averaging this year in regards to 27 and 11 boards. So my question is, do you think she was just being defended differently, or do you think, she just kind of ran out of steam as the playoffs progressed?
I honestly think it was a combination of everything. I think, and I definitely got to give credit to New York. I think New York did a really good job of not giving easy opportunities to Asia. Like there was a couple times where Asia got the ball on the block, and then they quickly sent the help defender from the weak side over to force the ball out of her hands. So I definitely give credit to New York, because I think that was something that we didn't see from them last year when they played against them in the finals. So they saw how Asia was able to get her open looks last year, and then they stopped that this year. So I definitely give them credit. But I agree with the fatigue as well. I mean, I even said the same thing. I was like, Asia, because there was a lot of games throughout the season where Asia was literally putting the team on her back.
Yeah,
like you weren't getting like great production from Jackie. You weren't really getting great production from Chelsea. Just because she was coming back from injury. Same thing with Kelsey Plum, and it was Asia pretty much having to do literally everything on offense in order to keep them afloat. And I saw that too. I was like, man, like Asia's having such a great year, and we love it, but like in order for them to three-peat, they're gonna have to get production from everybody. And I agree with you, though. I mean, Asia definitely did not have that Asia type performance in any game of these playoffs. I mean, hell, even in game 4, she had 19 and 10. Like, people may look at that as good as a double-double, but that's not. I mean, this is a 3-time MVP. This is the best player in the world. Like, like 19 and 10 is not gonna help them win an elimination game. And even other players as well. Like Jackie shot 1 for 8 in game 4. Like that's just, I mean, Jackie has just, I don't know, she just hasn't been the same since the Olympic break. And I don't know if maybe
they said
she's injured. I mean, I could possibly see that.
Holly Rose says she was injured, but Jackie asked her not to disclose the injury. She's been injured since after the Olympic break, which makes sense because
I've been hearing it.
Her play has been since then.
Remember somebody had said something about that, like she might be injured type shit. Don't you remember that shit? Like it was like right after the Olympics.
I was like,
was that you?
On the podcast, I said it. I was like, I was like, it's no way she was playing. She was playing this well before the season. I was like, is she injured? Like, has anyone heard her being injured? Because it literally just didn't make sense. I'm like, she played well before. Like, remember, because she stepped in and was playing like the point guard role. Like,
she was. With Chelsea was out.
She was scoring. Like, she was like in the first 10 games, Jackie was in the MVP conversations. Like, she was playing really, really well. And then all of a sudden, after she played well in the Olympics, and then after that, I don't know what happened. Like literally right after Olympic, I don't know if it happened during the Olympic Games or while I think Holly said it happened right after the Olympics. So I don't know if it's in practice. I don't know exactly what happened, but she's definitely injured. But she didn't want to disclose what the injury was.
It was just like the perfect storm for them to win 3 straight. The Olympics going on this year, and what was it? 4 they have? 4 Olympians on their team. The Aces.
They have 4. They got 4.
So
they still had Tiff. She was over there. Tiff. Megan was over there. They got 6.
You know what I'm saying?
France,
Especially the thing is, and this is the thing, like, yes, other teams have multiple players with Olympians as well, but you have to put it in context. Like the Aces only play 7 players, 7 to 8 max players. So most of those players that they play, like their bench is really, really short. You know what I'm saying? So their bench players even went to the Olympics. So when you're already having a short bench and even your bench players are going to the Olympics, that's tough. And like I said, I tweeted it and I said on the pod before, like up until this point, it'll change this year. But up until this point, no team in the WNBA has won a title if you have 2 or more Olympians on your team. It'll change this year because the Lynx or the Liberty, they both have at least 2 Olympians on their team.
Pull up Lamar.
I think Feebish. Hold on, Sabrina, Stewie, Feebish. Yep. So yeah, they got 3.
in the regular season.
And Sably.
Regular season don't matter, but I've looked back at their previous games, and both of their offenses can get stagnant, and both take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Lamar, you talking about?
Aces?
Are you talking about Liberty and Aces or
Liberty and the Lynx? Phoebus fills a lot of gaps for the Liberty. I agree. She's one of their mans.
She's a big contributor, and I don't think people give Sandy that credit too for adding her in the starting lineup, because they definitely gave them a huge size advantage, against the Aces. Absolutely. Who are really small.
Absolutely. She was. I mean, and I think people don't realize that Phoebus is 6'4". Like, she's not. She's 6'4", playing. Guarding these guards that she's like when she was next to KP. KP looked like a little kid next to her.
Yeah.
Like she was towering over her. So I'm interested to see how the length of New York disrupts the Lynx, like how it affects them. Yeah.
Since we already talked about them, man, do we even care about talking about the Aces offseason? I feel like we've been talking about that shit since.
We need to talk about it again.
Okay.
It's
what do you think they should do now since the offseason is here for them?
They definitely need a solid big to play next to Asia. I love Kia Stokes.
Gotta go.
Future. Okay, I was gonna say I don't know what the future holds for her, but she definitely gotta go. KP is a free agent. I don't know if she's gonna resign or if they're gonna look to possibly get another wing player to play next to Chelsea in the backcourt. So, and let's be real. Supporting cast, like, the depth has to get better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Playing 7-8 players, it just can't cut it. And then especially when they're getting like inconsistent minutes, like Sid Colson ended up getting minutes out of nowhere, like towards the end of the season in the playoffs. Which is good. She definitely gave great production, but I don't know. It's just, I feel like Becky's rotations are just very questionable at times. And I think hopefully they can get a better supporting cast this offseason. I get it. People like to blame the whole Candace situation. Candace retiring at training camp, as far as the reason why they weren't able to get a bench and everything, because she ended up re-signing and all that. And it's like, at the end of the day, you got to pivot. You know what I'm saying? You got to figure things out. If they were able to get Tip Hayes in the middle, or at the beginning of the year, or throughout maybe the first 5 games in the year, then they could have grabbed somebody else, if you ask me. But I don't know. I think that there's a lot of questions for the Aces. This also, by the way, Tip Hayes should come back. I do want her to come back because she was really great. Yeah, she was great off the bench for them. But they one of the biggest things for me is them to get a better supporting cast. They got to get a deeper bench, if you ask me.
Yeah, I agree. They need to figure out what they're going to do with KP, because like you said, she's a free agent. They also need to have a center next to Asia. Like, I think she plays better when she can go to the 4, and she can have someone that's playing the 5 next to her. And I think it also helps her on the defensive end because she's kind of able to roam like AD does for the Lakers when he had a 5 next to him. Mm-hmm. So I also think they need a big, but they need a big that can put the ball back in the basket. Now, not someone that needs their number called necessarily, but can rebound the ball and put it back up. Kia would rebound the ball and throw it back out. Like, she wasn't even looking at the basket. She doesn't even look at the basket. So they need someone that's going to at least make the defense think that they're going to shoot the ball. Yes. And I agree with Nick. They have to fill out that bench. They have to get a better bench. As you can see this year is a testament that the other teams in the WNBA have improved. Talent-wise on their rosters. So the Aces, they're going to be still right there next year, but if they don't improve that bench, they're going to lose again next year. And if they have a little bit of money left over, they need to go get a big wing, like just someone, because in the New York series, you could just see how their length just bothered the Aces. So a big wing, like, hell, Kalia Copper, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she fits on a lot of these teams, but like she does for a team like them. She could defend, she can shoot the ball, and she's like, she's lengthy. So I think those are the main things. And for all, like, Natalie in the front office, this is her last year to prove something, honestly. Like, and I say that because even though they won 2 titles in the last 3 years, like, in regards to her improving the roster, she hasn't really done that. Like, yes, they got Candace Parker, but for people to sit here and say that Candace Parker's retirement is the reason why that they couldn't go get anybody else, that's malpractice by the front office. Why are you putting all your eggs into a 38-year-old's basket that literally just came off of injury? Like, to me, that logically, that does not make sense. Like, I'm not putting
lower body injury at that.
Right. And especially if you guys have max money. Like, they weren't impoverished. They had max money to sign somebody. You know what I'm saying? And so I think they're just using that as a scapegoat or an excuse And then even so, let's say that was the reason. You have to pivot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mo Billings was out there. Like, she would have been perfect on this team. Like, perfect on this team. Even Odyssey, when like Chelsea was out, like she would have been perfect on this team. So they didn't pivot. They just was going with vibes. We got our bench and we just vibing out. Like, so they got to change that. And Natalie, she got a lot to answer this season. Honest, I mean, it's off season because they still should have money this off season. If they can't land anybody, we need to start looking in that front office and they need to start answering questions, because that would be 2 years where they have max money and they can't sign anybody. That means something else is going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Why wouldn't someone want to play for a team that had just won back-to-back? You know what I'm saying? Like,
is it Becky?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Something is, if they don't get a free agent this year, like a good signing, conversations need to be had about the front office. There's no way that they went back-to-back and everyone can see that they have great camaraderie within the team. So why doesn't anyone want to go there?
To tell the truth, they actually had a good piece a couple years ago, but they let her go because she was pregnant.
Well,
I'm just saying.
And it's Vegas. Yeah, it is Vegas.
Exactly. Like, and look at the atmosphere. Look at the people that come out to their games. Like, look at the facilities. Like, you know.
Someone said, "Please tell me
why we're keeping."
I don't know either.
Honestly, country, I wish I could tell you. Courtney, sorry. I thought that's
Acer fans are trying to get her the hell up out of there.
Man, what? She not even when she got in the game, she didn't look even in garbage time moments. Like, she was literally not even look. The craziest part is I don't really know what happened, because she was good in college. She was good in college. She was good. Yeah, she could flat out score. So I don't know if it's like a confidence thing because she's been on the bench for 2 years or 3 years or what. I know she won her rookie year, so this is her third year next year, right? I think so. Yeah, I think because she won her rookie year. Yeah. So I really, honestly, I wish I had a better answer for you. I really just don't know.
So no signings. It does. No signings means something else for sure. That is.
Because, like, literally, Mark Davis is going to spend any type of money on these women. We've already seen that. Like, we already seen that he's not scared to open his wallet. Big bank Mark Davis. Something going on, buddy. Something going on. Because why you know?
Big bank.
Big bank Mark Davis.
Y'all remember earlier in the year when all of them got like $100,000 each, something like that, man?
Well, it was more than that, but they investigated that shit, didn't they?
That's under investigation still.
Yeah.
That's still under investigation.
We don't want no smoke. No.
I'm all for them paying them women. Like, if the city of Las Vegas wants to pay them out.
Yeah.
Pay them out.
It's crazy. Like, they got, man, I get it. It's your owner who owns the team, but they got facilities and shit. You back to back. You just, you see them. You never hear shit leaking from that team. It's never like, this person's into it. Of course, people gonna get into it. If you with each other all the time, you gonna have debates or arguments, but you never hear no bullshit like that ever happening. And it's like, you can't get nobody to come just try to win a championship. Nobody.
I don't even say sounding pretty, especially because they had.
I don't think they open up. They're not opening up the checkbooks.
Bro, but they had max money. Like, that's the thing. Like, they had money to sign a max player. So even if you wanted to split that up, you know what I'm saying?
We definitely gonna get into that a little later.
We definitely gonna get into her.
We got to get into her.
We definitely get into her. All right.
We get the finals and then we can go.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and preview these finals. The WNBA finals that start tomorrow.
People mad about because Minnesota just played Game 5 yesterday, and now
it's terrible scheduling. It's ridiculous.
Man, listen, I had to mute it. People was trying to cook my ass, and I wasn't. I think some people didn't see where I was going with it, and people and for those that I don't know, I basically was like, talking about the W scheduling the game on Thursday. Why not Saturday or Sunday? And of course, people automatically think about football. Listen, that's just always on. It's just always on Sunday. You can't.
But this is the thing, Jay.
Football number one.
Nowadays, football's on Sunday, Monday, Thursday. So I mean,
NFL, college,
Sunday. Like, God damn, Monday.
Like, it used to be special, like, Sunday and Monday, but now it's on every Thursday too. I'm like, damn.
They can't worry. I'm thinking about players being healthy or having some rest. Like, at least if you start Saturday, people you got college football. You start Sunday. Who gives a fuck? I want them to have some rest. Yeah. I don't give a fuck about that. Because we're in 2024. I say it all the time. We have multiple screens. Like,
got the TV, got your iPad.
You know what I'm saying? I know you got a phone. Somebody got a computer. You got iPads. I know it. So, I mean, we all don't want to start on Thursday. I know the NBA about to start, but they ain't got no. What you gonna do when you have a schedule like this? You play through the summer until the fall. You stuck. So it's just, I mean, anyways. But we got the Lynx. We got the Liberty starting on tomorrow night, which should be fun. I get y'all predictions after that. But I want to ask y'all. I'm gonna start with you, Lo. Who got the better supporting cast?
Honestly, when I was thinking about it, I was like, I feel like it's kind of fairly even. But then I really thought about it. I give the slight edge to New York. For me, I feel like when their second unit comes in, they don't miss a step. And you literally have a second unit, which is starting with a future Hall of Famer in Courtney Vandersloot. So leading the charge. So I think that I actually really, really think this New York team is deep. And I would say that they have the better supporting cast. What do you think, Nick?
I'm gonna go with Minnesota. It's very interesting because in a way New York has an advantage considering that they were here in this situation last year.
Yeah.
So they already know what it takes to win to get to the finals. They already know what it takes to compete in the finals. So that's where they kind of have that advantage compared to Minnesota, where it's like this is Fee's first finals. Even though Courtney's been to a couple finals, before this, and other players as well. This is a lot of their first finals as well. So that's where New York definitely has that advantage. But to me, I think if you ask me, I think New York has a better supporting cast, and I think they definitely have the better offense when you talk about how great their ball movement is and everything. But it's gonna be a dogfight. I mean, I think we touched on it a little bit earlier. I think the size advantage. As far as both teams, who will have the advantage as far as their size and everything. We talked about New York, obviously having Jonquel, Phoebage, Stewie, a couple other players as well. Then you talk about Minnesota, where they have Fee, they have Alana Smith, they have Maisha Hines-Allen. So the front court is pretty much to me, where whoever has the advantage under the glass is going to possibly, be able to come out of this series. But supporting cast is definitely key. They're definitely going to need great production from Courtney Williams, continued production from her. They're going to need continued production from Kayla McBride, and then a couple other players as well. Same thing for New York. Phoebage has to continue to step up. I really want to see how well Sabrina plays in these finals because she's been playing tremendous basketball up until this point. So now you're on the biggest stage, and this is pretty much her time to shine. So if you ask me, actually, I'm actually going with that, or actually take that back. I'm actually going Lynx in 4. I know that we wanted to wait for our prediction, but since somebody
you want to give it now, that's fine. You saw Lynx in 4.
Look, hold on, real quick. JC said New York bringing a chip since Jim Crow. They haven't won since Jim Crow. That's crazy.
Yeah, in basketball, they haven't.
In basketball, that's crazy.
They have not. So Lynx in 4, my boy.
Jay.
You know what? I thought about this.
I know I gotta go to opposite from Nick.
The New York Liberty showed me a great time at the beginning of the year when I went there. They showed me a great time.
This man had front row seats. Oh,
right. Him and
Ellie I'm a Liberty fan now.
Right. Him and Ellie best friends.
Ellie best friends. She took a picture with me. She touched my phone. But man, I'm gonna go with Liberty in 5. I'm gonna go with Liberty in 5. That's what I'm gonna go with. I mean, Fee is on a different. She is really, and listen, and Fee is doing her thing, but all the people are trying to say she's the best in the world now. Please stop it. She's probably top 3.
I will say this: it is debatable too at number 2 between her and Stewie. I can't say that. Now
I like that.
Who wants the question? It's Asia.
We're gonna talk. I'm gonna ask you about that. So I got Liberty in 5, and Lo, who you got? I mean, you know what? Yeah, who you got?
You know what? I keep going back and forth. I'm gonna give y'all who I have, but I'm gonna give my final prediction tomorrow. But I'm going back and forth between. I have the Lynx winning, but I can't determine if it's in 4 or 5. I went back
Maya
and forth
Moore.
with this because the Liberty have to win this year. They literally
have to.
They have to.
What is that?
And then people have not forgotten how they got their ass kicked in 4K last year. Like, they have to redeem themselves, even though it's a different team. Like, you have to redeem yourself. Like, and I do know that I think the series right now is 3-1. I know that doesn't matter because it's the playoffs now, or the finals now. But I think New York is going to take that to heart. Like, you know, they beat us this many times. Like, let's not let it happen again. It's hard to consistently beat a team.
No, it is. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be ugly out here in these streets if New York don't win. Like,
yeah,
and like Lamar said, if Liberty don't win this year, are they ever gonna get it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro,
this is your
part of the original 8 and still don't got a ring. It's crazy.
But that is some.
But honestly, Lo makes a good point that when you talk about like what happened last year. I mean, Stewie had a bad street performance. You had Sabrina puking in the trash can and stuff like that. So it's like they
have the motivation. They don't need no more motivation than that. They have all the motivation they need, and they already have on their side. So that's why I kept going back and forth. But I just think Fee is on another level right now. I think she has the women in her locker room believing that they can really go out here and win. And they proved that they beat New York before. Now, can they put it together for another 4 or 5 games? 3-4 games to win the finals, to get the championship. But that's going to be a hell of a documentary if the Lynx win. From preseason ninth place, 9th to 12th ranking.
I'll be locked in watching that. I'll be locked in and watching it. Since y'all are saying Fee is playing on a different level, who got the edge? Since you did bring up Stewie and Fee, who got the edge in this? I feel like I know where y'all leaning on this, but Lo, you go ahead.
It's a tough question for me because I think that Fee is stepping into making people know who she is. So of course I watched Fee since UConn because I'm a true basketball fan. So I've already knew what she was capable of, but it's hard for me to pass the torch to Fee just yet. Because Stewie has done this type of shit for a very long time. Fee is just entering the party. So Stewie is still number 2. Fee is number 3 to me. But I will say in this season particularly, Fee has played better than Stewie in regards to this season. Hence the MVP voting.
Yeah.
Do you also like? I definitely agree with you on that. I think Fee has definitely been better this season. But do you think it's possibly because I feel like New York has kind of relied more on Sabrina this year? And I think it's taking a lot of Stewie's shoulders.
I think that's a part of why some of the numbers may have dropped, but like, bro, this year Stewie was shooting 20-something% from 3. Like,
yeah, that's not good for Stewie.
That's nasty, especially when she's capable. We've seen what she's capable of. They
want to get on Asia for not shooting threes, man.
Right, but she's shooting 20-some%. Like, so which I want. And Asia shot what this year over 50% from 3. It was either 40-something or very low 50s. Don't quote me on that, but it's either like but it's between 43 and 50. I can guarantee you that percent. Unless it went down in the last game, but yeah. So for me right now, it's still Stewie. At number 2 until she shows me otherwise. And who knows, maybe Stewie was coasting. People were saying on the timeline, maybe she was coasting this year until she got to this moment now. We might see a whole different Stewie. We'll see.
I need it.
People are ready to pounce. People are ready to pounce on her.
Stewie?
Just seeing people just want to talk crazy. People want to. And I think most of the people are probably Aces fans because it's just really nasty in these streets. But I don't think. I mean, I'm seeing people saying like they don't think she still got less to prove. They think it wasn't fun for her. Since you did say that, Jazzy, I think it wasn't fun for her this year. Someone say, somebody was sick.
That.
Yeah, so it was like so we didn't even know, but people were saying that there was no information. I don't know, but that could have been something that played into it. But honestly, in sports, and we all have family, but in sports, people don't give a fuck about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't give a fuck if you going through a divorce, somebody died, kids, they don't give a fuck about that. Pregnant, we know they don't give a fuck about that. So it's like, if you don't perform, it's like they don't give a fuck about all that extra shit that's going on in your life. So hopefully she don't have a stinker. I mean, if they lose and she was still hooping, I think people will give her some slack. But if they lose and Stewie out there looking like Buns and Sabrina, people are waiting for that. They just know she gonna choke. So
are they? So let me ask you this real quick. So, do y'all think that they're gonna play Fee the same way that they played Asia? Like where she catches the ball on the high block or on the low block and they quickly send it. Yeah, I can see it.
I can see it too.
Do you think Fee makes her move quicker than Asia? Because I think that's the reason why they can do that, because Asia don't make her move quick enough.
She's not decisive enough. You're correct.
Yeah, so you can do the delay double. So if they see Fee is delayed like Asia, I think they will go with the same type of strategy.
I can see that too, because I think
it'll also be harder for Fee because she's only 6'1". You're going up against 6'5", 6'6", and Stewie's wingspan is what, 7'1". So that's a little different. Like that, like, you know, Asia's all of 6'4", 6'5". So that's, to me, it's harder for it'll be a little bit harder for Fee, but I think that Cheryl Reeves is a pro. I mean, she's a great coach. She's proven herself. I think that she'll give Fee enough actions to keep her moving where they can't send the delayed double. And also the difference is the Lynx can knock down those 3-point shots.
That's exactly what it is.
Asia was passing out the double and they was bricking it. So it's like they continue to send the delayed double because the shooters aren't making it. Whereas if they send the delayed double and the Lynx, you know, move the ball as well as they can, which we've seen them do before, if they're moving the ball and knocking down shots, they're not going to be able to send that double, you know, for the whole game.
He says Stu out there tying the shoe standing straight up. That's funny.
Your arms is long as
I can see it. Long as hell.
Somebody says they don't take talking about Stewie and Asia. They don't take nearly the same amount of 3-point shot attempts. Stop it. 156 3-point field goals attempts to 633. We're not saying that Asia is a better 3-point shooter than Stewie.
Not at all.
We're not saying, but we're also saying in no world should Stewie be shooting 20-something% from 3-point range. She's too good for that. In no world should she be shooting that for a whole season.
No.
And to tell the truth, I mean, she's I was saying, and she's a better 3-point shooter than Asia. So she's
better 3-point shooter. Yeah, for sure.
I saw somebody. I don't know where it went. Somebody brought up Courtney Williams. And I was definitely going next.
Yeah, I think Jazzy said I think they will underestimate Courtney Williams, and that's going to hurt them. I could see that. Like, I feel like Courtney's been so good throughout these playoffs. Like, you got to have her on your scouting report. Like, you got to understand she's elite from the perimeter. She's elite around the mid range, and on top of that, I mean, if you've been watching your film, you know that she's really great in the pick and roll with Fee. She can get into the teeth of the defense. You know, kick it out the shooters. So she can affect the game in so many ways. So if New York is not having her on the scouting report, then there's something wrong with them.
I think you got to look at what is K-Mac going to do too. Because if K-Mac's knocking down her shots, when she's knocking down her shots, Minnesota is a much better team. They're just a much better team when she's hitting that 3 and just knocking down her shots. So it'll be interesting what K-Mac we see. But yeah, Courtney, she definitely has to be on that scouting report, period. Like, but the reason, like I said, the reason why I feel like the Lynx is, I know it's very cliche, but they say, what do they say? Defense wins championships. And they were they were top 2 defensive teams this year in the league. So, I mean, I think it'll be a great series, though.
It should be a great series.
I don't care who wins. Like,
I don't either.
I just like basketball, and I just like certain players. So when Juju comes to the league, wherever she goes, I'm going. That'll be my team.
That's a perfect segue. That's a perfect. That's another one. Hey, what is it, Lo? Where Juju go, we go.
Period.
Talk about it, man. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Mentioned like, yeah, you're an Aces fan. I'm like, bro, when did I ever say I was an Aces fan?
Said that about me too. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I told y'all I was an Aces fan.
Right.
I like Asia
because we like Asia's game. Like, and last year I was rooting for the Aces to win because Candace was technically still in the team. So I go where Candace goes. And now since she's retired, I'm retired until Juju comes into the league.
Dead ass. No, people was trying to be like, man, no. I've been there. Check the tape. I've been there. We just wait for her to come.
She said Alana got to check. Got to match JJ Fly, but she's low key underrated defender too.
She is, and she's strong.
Underrated defender. She looks very strong. So I'm actually interested to see that matchup.
No, yeah.
I'm gonna go back. I need to go back and watch some of the previous games they played.
All you gotta do is just get JJ frustrated, and then she'll start fouling and doing all kind of stuff. Like,
bro, I'm not gonna hold you. I was a little bit disappointed by the Liberty's jokes. They had a whole year to come up with these jokes to cook the Aces. I was waiting, like, all right. One of the funniest ones I saw was when JJ fell on the sideline and then ran into Sandy. She was so pissed. Like
she was so bad.
that was funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, that shit was funny as fuck. Yo, that shit was funny.
You had that moment where you try to do something and you just mess up and then you just be pissed at yourself.
And that shit on live TV in the game. Like, what the fuck, yo? The one shit that was.
They did not have to replay it. Because, I mean, that's the thing, too, because, like, Ryan Ruckel said something about it, but exactly. And then, like, right after the play, they went straight to the replay. And it showed it. I ain't gonna lie. Sandy fell straight on her ass. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Y'all like to joke when they put the Tims on, they put the butters on the half court.
Yep, that was good. The one I like is they did the elimination. Now, that one was funny.
Yes.
Funny, bro.
Honestly, they probably had these in the draft for the last year or so. I ain't gonna hold you.
You already know.
That was my team. I'm literally photoshopping. I'm having stuff ready to go. As soon as that buzzer go up, I'm just letting them.
Let them fly. That's how people be doing it. People drafts be lit up, man.
Like the jokes was joking for real. Like they was going in. So I thought it was just gonna be the same. But I get it. They want to wait until they win the championship. You can't talk too soon until you win. So I get it.
So if the Lynx, y'all still want the Lynx still game one does the pressure flip on Liberty Instant. I think the pressure is on them regardless.
Yeah, that too. But also, look, even if they do lose game one, you still have an opportunity to get game two. I mean, at the end of the day, they got to get at least one on the home floor. So if they do lose game one, just go back to the drawing board, make adjustments, try to get game two. But if they go down 2-0, if they let Minnesota win 2 games in New York,
that's a
problem. That is a problem.
No, they can't.
They're not coming back.
I cannot foresee that. They cannot. They can't.
No.
They don't have a chip on their shoulder, bro. They gotta come out and
they've been playing like it.
Yeah, they gotta come out and for real because people have questions. People have been saying Sabrina choked last year. You know, people were talking about the 3 for 17 shooting from Stewie. So they have not that Stewie in this point in her season, in this point in her career, she don't really have shit to prove. I'm not gonna hold you. Like she's a winner. Like she's just flat out a winner. It's really nothing else to prove. But you gotta kind of redeem yourself a little bit from shooting 3 for 17. So
no, you do.
Series, I will be at game 2. So if anybody gonna be at game 2, come find me, hit me up.
Look, Low be working. Look at that. I wish I could fly to New York this weekend. I wish if I could, I would. I definitely would be out there.
Listen, I'm trying. Listen. You gotta sacrifice and do things that you don't want to do sometimes to get to where you want to be. So
especially in New York, that's a sacrifice because you about to spend some bread.
Man, Sunday is going to be a long day for me. So, but yeah,
it is. We had an hour. We'll get up out of here. We're gonna talk about Juju real quick. Juju. I'm actually mad. I fumbled because when they had the Big Ten media day here, she was here, and I should have.
They was in Chicago.
Our friend of the show, Cindy Brunson, was there too.
Yeah, Cindy was there. So
the day after we left.
Yeah. I forgot that she was gonna be here. Because it's usually like in Indianapolis or Minnesota, and I wasn't even thinking that she was gonna be here. So I fumbled there. But Juju, she agrees to one of the richest women's basketball shoe endorsement with Nike. I have not seen any numbers, have y'all? But this is huge. This is big time.
Not yet, but it has to be in the park. It has to be above what 20 million. It has to be above 20 million because that's what the going rate kind of is. I think Caitlin got 22 or was it 27 million?
I think it was 22.
22. Okay, so she got 22. So I would say Juju's probably around that ballpark. If not,
man, that is crazy. they are not. They're college players, but a lot of these players are pros now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. Juju's gonna be the face. She's gonna be the face.
Oh, she got 28. I thought it was damn. So you were supposed to blow. Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah, he's talking about Caitlin.
Damn.
22 and she wear number 22. That sounded a little off, but yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about that shit. I wasn't even thinking about that shit at all. I forget you.
You're gonna be the face of college or just the WNBA? What you mean?
Women's basketball, man, as a whole. Women's basketball, man. It's crazy because
people don't know what they're looking at.
You said what?
They don't know what they're looking at when watching Juju. Like, they don't.
She averaged 27 a game as a freshman.
Yes, bro. People don't understand what they're looking at. Look at how she moved with the ball, man. People they don't understand. And Lamar, to answer your question, dude, USC got a lot of pressure this season to get to Tampa. Absolutely. People are.
I think they're going to be the best team in the country this year.
USC?
Yeah, they're going to be the best team.
Better than South Carolina? And UConn?
Yeah.
Juju. Nick, I think I might be on that bandwagon with you, but I think
Juju and Kiki Ariafa?
No, yeah. Does Juju have to get a ring in college?
Manage my expectations, okay? I'm trying to manage.
I would love for Juju to leave with a ring. Does she have to?
Honestly,
yes. For me to talk shit. For me to continue to talk shit, yes.
So this is the thing. For the projections that I have for Juju, because I've gone on record and said that if she does not have any major injuries, she would be the best women's basketball player of all time. And
yes.
I'm standing 10 toes down on that. So, Jazzy asked, does Juju have to get a ring in college? I think because of the expectations that I have put on her and that everyone else who thinks that she is the next big thing, I think she has to win the title. She has to. She absolutely has to. Because look, that's the main thing they say about Caitlin, right? She ain't win a title.
And look at the team that they build around her.
Right.
So you gotta look at it like that.
What I will say is USC did a great job at putting her in position to win this year. I don't know if they will, but they definitely put them in position to win. Because think about all the layups that Rhea Marshall was smoking. Like he is not smoking those. You know what I'm saying? Like
Juju is Maya Moore on steroids. Absolutely.
Giving her Maya Moore title.
I don't know about that.
I gotta see more. We only saw 1 year, bro. Maya.
I know that, but I'm with you. And
on the I do personally feel like Juju's perimeter game should get better. I do think that she does need to do
absolutely. And I will say, Nick, this. Hold on, Nick. I don't know. I'm gonna go with them being better than South Carolina yet. I was hyped up. I had to think about what I said. I was getting hyped.
South Carolina.
I mean, they're definitely top two. They definitely top two.
Okay, I can go
top two, and then 3 probably UConn.
Okay, give me your final 4.
Final 4.
Because we don't know the regions, of course. Exactly. But like, if you had to pick 4.
South Carolina, USC, UConn. See, I want to go LSU. I think LSU would be good, but I don't know if they'll be Final 4 good.
Yeah.
See, the
UCLA,
thing is, who does LSU? Okay, they got big.
Lajay, they got Anissa Morrow, they got Michaela Williams.
Okay, those 3. Who else?
It might be. I can't think of nobody else in my head.
And that that's your team, but everybody even in the group chat, they was like, "Yeah, LSU is
Texas will be
Texas, yes, Lamar, yes, we're really coming back.
Texas might be Final 4 too. They might be Final 4.
I think Notre Dame going Elite 8.
I got like Notre Dame and LSU like Sweet 16 Elite 8 type teams right now.
See, but I think to me, I got. I don't know if I want to say that. I got to see what Notre Dame looking like because I was going to put them ahead of LSU. I'm just not. I need to see more out of. I think Michaela will take a step this year because she had a good freshman year. I think she'll take a step. I'm interested to see Big 4 actually. Like that's who I'm most excited. I just want to see.
She's gonna take a leap.
I need her to because the way people be talking about her is like she ready to start in the WNBA right now, and that's not true. Like, let's be very clear about that. That's not true. She's not good enough to play in WNBA right now.
But I'm trying to think, like, what other teams are like a legitimate threat to be Final 4 bound? Like, I mean, UCLA would be good. They might be Final 4.
I love Duke, Lamar.
Duke.
I love Duke.
Duke might have the best defense in the country.
Absolutely. Carol also got them on a string. Okay.
Karen Low King. We called me Low Martin Low King. No, Karen Low King over there got them girls ready. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, I do like that. I do like them as a sleeper.
What do you think about NC State? They were in the Final Four last year.
Sinai Rivers. Who?
I don't know who they got.
Isaiah James is out there. Sinai Rivers. I think River Baldwin's still there. I think she is.
Look, y'all. Nick is already locked in.
UCLA is supposed to be decent too. They still got Lauren Best. They got Kiki.
So like Kiki Rice.
They got what's the girl from Texas that went there? Not Texas.
What's her name? I think it was Texas A&M or Mississippi State. I can't remember.
Janae. Is it Janae?
Look at them. Real hoops talk.
Why can't I
can't remember her name? Somebody in the comments. Somebody in the comments.
She's a big. Janae? Is it Janae? No.
I don't know, but she was a hooper. She was one of the best.
She's a big. So her, they still got Lauren Betts. Like the only person they really lost was Charisma Osborne.
And now she was an elite defender.
Yeah,
man, they gonna miss that.
Janaya?
Yeah, I think that's Janaya Barker. I think that is Barker or Baker.
Yeah,
I think that's her name. I don't remember.
Yeah. Real hoops talk going on.
Yep.
Have the audience probably don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
So we just named like 8 teams. It's gonna be a fun college basketball season.
Cannot wait.
A fun college basketball season for sure.
College hoops. I cannot fucking wait. Hey, y'all think before Juju graduates, she gonna break Caitlin Clark's scoring record?
I don't think so. Personally, I don't think that's gonna get touched for a while.
Yeah, me either.
So
I don't know. Juju had
she had the roster to help her do that shit too.
But this is what I'm gonna say. I think if they didn't go didn't go out and get everybody that they got this year, then I think she would have, because she would have had to still jack about 30 shots a game, right? Because Caitlin was jacking that many. Like you have to have the ball majorly in your hands in order to get that. And so I think now that Juju has better players, TVO, Kiki, they got Kennedy Smith, that's a freshman. Like, because she has better players around her now, I think her shot selection is going to be better, but she's going to have less shots. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So because they got to share the ball, they got to spread the wealth. So that's the only reason I don't think that she will get it. But we'll see. We'll see. Now, if she didn't have help, like if it was like last year, she would definitely get it, because she would be jacking it at least 30 times a game, which I don't have a problem.
I mean, that's what I was saying. I mean, she did have a 50 piece last year, so
right.
Against Stanford, that's true. I'll never forget that game.
And what she scored, what was it last year? She broke the freshman record for a single season, scoring 920 points in one season. 920 points as a 17, 18-year-old is nuts. Like, yeah,
how old is she actually? She 18, 19? How old is she actually?
19 now, right?
18, 19.
It's crazy.
Lady Falali is going to actually have a good year. She's going to have a really good year for South Carolina.
Man, I'm going to chat this too. What do y'all think about, because she's going to have to come off the bench again? Like,
you think so? Yeah. I mean who is she? Raven Johnson, Tahina Pau going to be the backcourt.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you can't take Pau because she's the best shooter in the country. So she's 19. She turned 19 in July.
She's 19?
Yeah, she just turned 19 in July.
Oh, damn. Okay. Oh, man, I'm so excited for this shit. I'm so excited for Juju, man. I got to see her like once again, I'm glad they're in the Big Ten. So I got like 3-4 games on the way.
They're going to be playing them teams like Illinois, Ohio State, all of them, all around you.
Yeah, Purdue, Indiana.
Hit those schools up and see if you can credential. We'll talk, because I already
because I definitely do.
Like the Maryland game, like when they come to Maryland.
Yeah, you do that. You know about that.
Screenshot it and send it to y'all in the group chat. All right.
Screenshot. Maybe don't send me a.
Send it again. Send the link, man, so we can.
There's no link. Remember, I'll hit you.
We'll talk about family business off the stream. How about that?
Yes.
Well, I got
anything else. We've been about an hour and 15. Sorry we didn't go last night. Y'all, they can blame me, man. Listen. Listen.
Jay said this. Like, dang, 10 p.m. is far. I'm like, man, this motherfucker finna. I'm like, let's go tomorrow, then, man.
Yep.
Listen, as soon as I saw low name pop up, And she said, "Hey man, I'm kind of tired too. That's all I needed."
He was ready. He was ready.
Hold on, y'all.
All I needed.
Before we get out of here, we got a few more questions. Lamar said Joyce Edwards. Remember that name, bro?
Yeah, Joyce Edwards gonna be good. She's gonna be really good.
And listen, South Carolina coming off the bench with Mylasia. You got Joyce. You still got Tessa.
Sanaya
Fagan. Like, we still don't know what's going on with Ashland, but like they got a squad, bro. Like it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
Have to secure a ring. I mean,
that's a question before we get
they have a chance. They have a chance.
They do.
They're not my favorite, but I'm not gonna count them out.
No, they should.
I think they're underrated. Actually, I think they have a better chance.
Can't forget AZ Fudd coming back this year.
Yep,
that's gonna be
once healthy. I think once healthy, UConn is gonna make some noise. I think they're gonna what's up, big baby? I think UConn is to shock a lot of people, kind of like they did last year. If they can stay healthy, they're a talented team. And let's not forget Sarah Strong. Hello.
Yeah.
Like number one high school player in the country. Like Sarah can flat out hoop. I can't wait to see her play.
UConn should be. I'm sorry. They should.
You said what?
UConn should be Iowa in that Final Four game, man.
Really should.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not even just that last play that happened with Aaliyah Edwards and the ref. Like they were just missing shots, like in the second, third quarter. Like, they just could not buy a bucket. Because I'll be real, even Iowa didn't even play that great of a game either. To me.
I'm gonna ask you this question about Paige. All of the UConn greats have won titles. Does this diminish her legacy at UConn if she can't win one?
You need to bring team roster into the conversation as well.
Yes.
I mean, people could use that as as a factor.
I still think she'll be remembered, but she won't be held in those high regards like Sue Bird, DT, Stewie, all the other greats, Maya Moore, whoever who came before her and who did win a title with them.
Yeah, because I mean, when you really talk about the greatest players that played at UConn, most of them have a championship, if not all.
Even Rebecca Lobo got a chip with them.
Right. Sue, Rebecca, like Maya, Renee, Tina. Yeah, they all.
Yeah.
But I mean, they had a chance. I mean, people forget.
They definitely have a chance.
I'm talking about even before they got to the championship game when they played South Carolina a couple years ago. So they've had chances.
Oh damn, they did.
They just weren't able to get over the hump.
Yeah.
And it's South Carolina,
Also, I'm gonna say this real quick, off topic. Olivia Miles and Hannah Doggo, best backcourt in the country.
I agree. Even though Tom is going to watch this later and crash out because he doesn't think that Olivia and Hannah is going to be able to work together because they're both ball dominant.
I think Olivia can be obviously I think she'll probably be more off ball because she's better. She's definitely the better scorer, but it'll be interesting to see how that works. It'll be really interesting.
Jazzy say even Kia got them. That's a fact. Even Kia got them.
She does. That is true.
JC, don't play Lolo's top 3 player all time. Stop it.
Oh my God. Oh shit. Hey man, this has been a lot of fun, man. Shout out to everybody who in here. Like Big Baby said, hit the like button and subscribe everywhere. YouTube, Apple, Spotify, share with everybody. Shout out to everybody from YouTube and Twitter. There's 400 of y'all in here. Shout out to y'all for doing that. Always supporting.
I'll be locked in with us, man. Appreciate that, man.
I want to tell y'all real quick, the audience, that I had to look to see how long we've been on the charts, and we've been on the charts since August 2nd, and no, August 3rd, and our first episode was August 2nd. So we appreciate that. That's love. That's the only reason we can be doing that is because of y'all. Seriously, so
Lamar, I'm gonna send the link.
That's love. I checked that shit out, and it made me like, we're really doing something. Y'all really are coming here for us to be started from day one. This is only our 11th episode, so I appreciate you.
Y'all should have locked in with us college season, man. We're gonna
we're not stopping. Yeah, we're not stopping after the finals.
I'm gonna just try to copy and paste the link in the chat so that they can just go ahead and subscribe directly from there.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Great show. Yeah, the merch we working on the merch. The design is almost done. Y'all gonna probably see it. Lo and Nick will get it before y'all see it. Y'all see it, and y'all be able to. We probably do some pre-orders. I'll let y'all know. We'll let y'all know what's going on. How we're gonna do that. Tell me what y'all want. Since Lo looking for a link, what y'all want? What kind of gear y'all want? And this about to be cool. Y'all want hoodies? You want scullies? You want hats? T-shirts are gonna be a given, but I don't know what people like to wear.
I'm a hoodie guy. I mean, it is that time of the year now where we pulling out the hoodies. So
Always. You know, little stickers. Y'all like stickers? Lay stay with merch of all sorts. Always. Low got gear. I'm gonna tell you this. Low, I ain't saying to them.
That's I just read it.
They shoe game was nice. Low had on some 11s, some bread 11s. Nick had on some 5s. So I pay attention. I pay attention.
I had to pull my. I ain't know what y'all was gonna be wearing. I saw Low pull out the 11s. I'm like, okay, she know Barton. Okay.
I'm always gonna have some little gear on. I'm always gonna have a little gear. Always. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. You said hoodie. Yeah, hoodies for sure. So definitely we gonna be on the lookout. That's gonna be coming real soon.
Some merch. Hey, everybody telling us what we want. Hey, that's what's up.
Everybody go. Hey, if you buying, we gonna have it.
Fast. Run a little special. We can
have it.
Like some trivia and like give out one of the hoodies or some shit like that.
Yeah. We're gonna figure out and have some bands, some stickers and the stuff there for y'all. But yeah, so man, so what?
I said shout out to Rain for all that.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Rain. Yeah, she's gonna be doing she's doing all designing and making and doing all that shit. So shout out to her for that. Have fun for game 1 tomorrow. If y'all in New York, say what's up to Low. Don't be mean to her. Talking to you thirsty niggas.
I'll be there Sunday.
Y'all be Sunday. She gonna be there Sunday. So don't be thirsty. Just say what's up. And don't be weird.
Hey, look at Jazz. Free game show tomorrow.
Oh man, y'all trying to have us have a watch party?
Right. What time?
I'm busy tomorrow. I can't make it.
You got 2 pods tomorrow?
I got a pod right after this, and then I got another pod tomorrow.
Yeah. Everybody working hard, but yeah. So we'll let y'all know we do it. Who knows something? Who knows what we'll do? But it ain't gonna be Sunday for sure. Football and Logan being at the Barclays, so that's not.
Yeah, Jay gonna be watching the Bears.
Right.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be 8:30 though. They're in London, so it's gonna be 8:30.
One of the games will do playback though. So everybody that's in here, go to playback or.
When's game 3? I think game 3 is on Wednesday. Next Wednesday.
Oh yeah, so that might be the one. That might be the one. We'll let y'all know. But till next week, man. And you know what? And always talk to us on Twitter. We're gonna always have fun. But if you just come with substance, we're not gonna talk back. They're just gonna be telling we wrong and don't give us the reason why we wrong. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work.
They ain't gonna listen, bro. They were trying to cook me after game 3, bro. They wouldn't stop. They wouldn't stop, dog. I'm like, yo, like y'all tweeting at me like I'm mad.
Because
we're not Aces fans, we're not Liberty fans, we're not Lynx fans, none of that. So y'all know. So if our prediction is wrong, we're not sad. Just letting y'all know that.
Psychic.
I just want to see good basketball, bro. That's it.
That's it.
No narratives, no agendas, just good competitive basketball.
That's it. If it's a sweep, let it be good 3 games.
Right. Let it be competitive. I really hope it goes to 5 because I just love basketball that much.
Yeah.
I just want to see a competitive game. Like, let the best team win. That's the best I can.
For sure. Well, shit. I ain't got nothing else. Y'all got anything else?
Nope. Just like, subscribe, all of that. Leave comments. Rate us on all the streaming platforms. Like, you can like it. I think it's like 5 stars and stuff like that. Go ahead and look out for us. We appreciate
you already know. Yeah, that's it. Episode 11, Best Damn W Show. Nick, Andre, Low, Jay. Till next time. Peace.